Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're discussing a remarkable milestone in medical science, the FDA's approval of a revolutionary gene therapy for sickle cell disease using CRISPR/Cas9. To fully appreciate the significance of this breakthrough, we first need to understand the complex nature of sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease is a genetic condition that changes the shape and functionality of red blood cells. Typically, these cells are round and flexible, moving easily through the bloodstream to deliver oxygen to every part of the body. However, in sickle cell disease, these cells transform into a rigid crescent or sickle shape due to a mutation in the hemoglobin gene. Hemoglobin is the oxygen-carrying protein within the red blood cells. This transformation of the red blood cells leads to a slew of complications. The sickle cells can obstruct blood flow, causing intense pain, anemia, infections, and in severe cases, organ damage. This disease disproportionately affects individuals of African and Hispanic descent, presenting an ongoing challenge in the medical community. Treatments for sickle cell disease have been around for some time, but they have had their limitations. Hydroxyurea, a common medication, and regular blood transfusions can manage some symptoms and reduce complications. But these treatments aren't cures. They don't address the underlying genetic cause of the disease. Moreover, they come with their own set of problems. Hydroxyurea, for instance, can have side effects such as nausea, vomiting, and a lowered white blood cell count, which can increase the risk of infections. Blood transfusions, on the other hand, need to be done regularly and carry the risk of iron overload in the body. Essentially, the battle against sickle cell disease has been a game of symptom management without a clear path to victory. But with the advent of CRISPR/Cas9, the game is changing. For years, the treatments available, such as hydroxyurea and blood transfusions, were merely managing symptoms without addressing the root cause. Enter CRISPR/Cas9. This gene-editing technology, which earned a Nobel Prize, works like precise molecular scissors, capable of cutting and altering specific strands of DNA. It's a breakthrough that has redefined the boundaries of genetic engineering and taken us into a realm that was once considered science fiction. So, how does CRISPR/Cas9 work? Picture DNA as a long, twisted ladder. Now, imagine that one of the rungs on that ladder is causing a problem like sickle cell disease. CRISPR/Cas9 is like a tiny, precise pair of scissors that can cut out that problematic rung and replace it with a correct one. It's a process that's as intricate as it is revolutionary. Now let's talk about a therapy called Casgevy, which uses CRISPR/Cas9 to treat sickle cell disease. In essence, it uses this gene-editing technology to reprogram the patient's own bone marrow cells. These reprogrammed cells then start producing a type of hemoglobin usually found in newborns, which doesn't sickle. The process is quite fascinating. First, a course of chemotherapy is administered to clear out the existing bone marrow cells. This creates a blank slate, so to speak, in the patient's bone marrow. Then, the genetically edited cells are infused back into the patient. These cells then multiply and start producing healthy, non-sickling hemoglobin. It's a two-step dance that has the potential to rewrite the patient's genetic code and free them from the debilitating effects of sickle cell disease. The rise of CRISPR/Cas9 and the development of therapies like Casgevy represent an exciting new frontier in the world of medicine. They offer the promise of not just managing genetic disorders, but potentially curing them. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and a symbol of hope for millions of people around the world living with genetic disorders. This process involves two major steps. First, a course of chemotherapy to clear out the existing bone marrow cells, and then the infusion of the genetically edited cells back into the patient. Clinical trials have shown astounding results. The revolutionary gene therapy for sickle cell disease, Casgevy, has been put through rigorous testing, and the outcomes have been nothing short of miraculous. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet or percentages in a report, but about real people experiencing life-changing improvements. The therapy has been administered to a diverse group of patients, each with their own unique story of battling sickle cell disease. One such patient, a young woman named Jessica, had been living with the debilitating pain crises and constant fear of complications synonymous with the disease. But after undergoing the gene therapy, Jessica's life took a turn for the better. No longer did she need frequent hospitalizations or worry about the next pain episode. She could finally live a life that wasn't dictated by her disease. Another patient, a teenager named Marcus, had been missing out on his youth due to the relentless grip of sickle cell disease. After receiving the treatment, Marcus saw a dramatic decrease in his pain crises. He was able to return to school, play sports, and most importantly, be a teenager again. His story is a testament to the liberating power of this groundbreaking therapy. The majority of patients involved in the clinical trials reported similar experiences. They saw significant reductions in pain crises and hospitalizations. Their lives were no longer dominated by their disease, but filled with newfound freedoms and possibilities. But it's important to remember that these are not just isolated cases. Each of these stories represents a collective victory against a disease that has plagued humanity for far too long. These patients are pioneers, their lives forever changed by a scientific breakthrough that once seemed like a distant dream. Their stories are more than just data. They're about regaining quality of life, about days free from pain and fear. They're about the triumph of science over suffering, and they give us hope for a future where genetic diseases can be not just managed, but cured. Their stories are a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of medical advancement. However, this groundbreaking therapy isn't without its risks. The process of gene editing, while revolutionary, involves a preliminary phase of chemotherapy. This stage is essential to clear out the existing bone marrow cells, but it can also expose the patient to side effects such as increased susceptibility to infections and potential infertility. And while CRISPR is a highly precise tool, there remains a concern about off-target genetic edits. Although current studies indicate no significant unwanted alterations, it's a risk that merits close monitoring and further research. Beyond the medical challenges, there are also the hurdles of cost and accessibility. Pegged at approximately $2 million per treatment, Casgevy is far from affordable for many who need it. This hefty price tag puts this life-altering therapy out of reach for a significant number of sickle cell disease patients, particularly in less affluent regions and among underprivileged communities. This disparity underscores the pressing issue of healthcare equity and the need for solutions to ensure that groundbreaking treatments such as this one are available to all who stand to benefit. But let's also take a moment to reflect on the broader implications of this breakthrough. The approval of Casgevy is more than a triumph over a single disease. It represents a new frontier in medicine, where genetic disorders are not just managed but potentially cured. This therapy, born of human ingenuity and creativity, opens a world of possibilities for countless other genetic conditions. It's a testament to our ability to push the boundaries of what is possible in medical science and a beacon of hope for millions around the globe. The approval of Casgevy is more than a triumph over a single disease. It represents a new frontier in medicine, where genetic disorders are not just managed, but potentially cured. It's a testament to human ingenuity and a beacon of hope for millions. We hope this video has shed some light on the complex world of genetic diseases and the promising solutions that are emerging. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We will continue to bring you cutting-edge content like this, diving into the latest scientific breakthroughs and their potential impact on our lives. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any of our updates. We are on a journey of discovery together, and your support helps us continue this important work. Thank you for being a part of our community and for joining us in exploring the frontiers of science and medicine.